Alright, let's check the Google reviews for the Say Sport of SA. I walked in and was greeted by some young man who sent me to a table where Ryan Reynolds, a famous Canadian and American actor, served me a tray of lobster. Thinking back at it now, I don't think it was even cooked. I'm pretty sure it was just a dead lobster. However, I continued to eat the entire shellfish. I was rushed to the hospital after violently throwing up all over the foyer from food poisoning and an allergy to shellfish I didn't even know I had. The whole experience has left me with PTSD, an unresolved trauma that I will need to seek therapy for, and I don't think it'll be resolved anytime soon. 1 out of 10. Ryan Reynolds is kind of nice. How to make sausage rolls. It's just literally a recipe for sausage rolls. I called in on Wednesday night and ordered 2 seats at the window by Ryan Reynolds to get the lobster treatment. There were a ton of people in line in front of me. It was insane. Ryan Reynolds was behind the bar staring at me, mumbling something about a research project, with his eyes all hot and crazy, so I felt a little uncomfortable. He may have been cursing my soul. It was great. The lobster tasted like delicious sea meat that had been lovingly prepared. I walked into the Sace building and was greeted by the 27 lobsters that sat on the Sace board. Lovely gentleman, he seemed impressed with my research project. To celebrate, them gave me an entire boiled Ryan Reynolds in a comically large pot. Would have been good except he shot me 17 times in the chest. 14x 23Y stars would be shot again. Do not get the lobster. I know some of you might be reading these reviews and thinking the South Australian Certificate of Education Board's lobster game can't be that rancid, but I guarantee you that if you order the lobster here, you will regret it. Unfortunately, it didn't seem Ryan Reynolds was working the day I went in. It would have been nice to meet him, even if I was in the process of evacuating my bowels and stomach simultaneously. Ryan Reynolds gave me the lobster. It wasn't cooked, but Ryan Reynolds said it would be fine. It wasn't fine. I puked up everywhere while Ryan Reynolds comforted me in his arms, whispering in my ears as I felt his warm breath on my skin. Research project. It was amazing. 10 out of 10 lobster. Would recommend. Thank you, Ryan Reynolds. Was recommended to by a friend, but will never be returning. Within 17 seconds of stepping inside the establishment, the potent smell of boiled lobster and beheaded bodies filled my nostrils. Out of nowhere, the actor, known for his hit film Green Lantern, Ryan Reynolds, came out chanting, "They will boil for our sins." Very off-putting experience. Don't think anyone should go. Ryan Reynolds actually... Wait, really? Oh my god, he was Huh. I did not know that. Peculiar. Now, although I didn't see Ryan Reynolds personally, the lobster wasn't even cooked, and I was shocked. It jumped out, bit my nose, then my friend's second toe, and she lost it. She only has 15 toes? Crazy, I know. Anywho, we complained, got a fresh mint lobster that they say Ryan cooked himself. I went to sniff him, but they said no. Oh well. Hawaiian. It's just a fucking recipe for... Oh my god. Fucking... Is this the Safe Board reviews? You're a fucking cookbook. The Safe Board makes us write fan fiction about the Great Gatsby. Manjabuck doesn't work, so I will write my research project here. Here's my research project on Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Rodney Reynolds is a Canadian-American actor. He began his career starring in the Canadian teen soap opera Hillside and had minor roles before landing the lead role on the sitcom Two Guys and a Girl between 1998 and 2001. Reynolds then starred in a range of films, including comedies such as National Lampoon's Read More. Ryan Reynolds' daughter brags to strangers, "My daddy's Deadpool." Ryan Reynolds debuts new grey hair. See the pic. Closer Weekly. Deadpool 2 star Ryan Reynolds' first acting job, paid $150. Ryan Reynolds, Canadian actor, free 4K Ultra HD mobile wallpaper. See more. More images. Wikipedia. Source. Wikipedia. Text by CC-by-SA. Feedback. How satisfied are you with a coziest support in making more sustainable decisions today? I hope that the person with Oh, fuck. I heard the person that came up with the curriculum for Year 12 and 11 visual arts steps on a Lego every time they're barefoot. My entire Year 12 art class is behind despite having a really good teacher and staying at school for an extra hour every Friday. 20 pages in one term. What the 20 pages? Holy sh... Oh my god, that's even worse if that's in the exam period. I could barely finish 10 to 15 in Year 11. Yeah. Like, oh my god. Also, the lobster here sucks. Don't try it. And Ryan Reynolds wasn't there. I submitted my research project outcome late by 30 minutes and then was greeted by my teacher, who proceeded to pistol whip me for an hour and then served me lobster. This then gave me salmonella, and then she put me in a cage with Ryan Reynolds. The only staff member was Ryan Reynolds, and he refused to answer any of my questions until he was finished dancing the Macarena. I waited for 7 hours and eventually left because he showed no signs of stopping. Good lobster, though. A rather terrifying experience involving the Canadian-American actor known as Ryan Reynolds, serving me lobster as I nervously awaited my ATAR in the lobby of the building. Lobster was forced upon me by Ryan, so I would not recommend due to his aggression. Upon my arrival, I was greeted by a staff member who shot me 23 times with an M60 machine gun for attempting to ride my scooter into the building. Overall, not a pleasant experience as I no longer have a scooter nor legs, though they did feed me a live lobster as compensation. 9 out of 10. I'm not a fan of Ryan Reynolds at all, so I was pretty horrified to meet him there. I tried to enjoy my lobster in peace, but Ryan wouldn't leave me alone the whole evening. The whole boil for us in shtick he was doing got real old, real fast. In the end, I couldn't even finish my lobster. I just wanted to get away from Ryan as quickly as possible. Massive shame. Until the SACE board sorts out its glaring Ryan Reynolds problem, I'll be enjoying my crustacean-based seafood elsewhere. Look, I would... Look, I was reincarnated into this world, and I was told this was the place to go. When I arrived, I was served 16 lobsters, and was told to pick the right one or face the consequences. I chose the third one, and an alarm went off saying wrong. Ryan Reynolds ran at me, slapping me silly with a salmon. What the fuck? I arrived looking to seduce somebody to get my SACE grade up, but turns out I got seduced myself. Ryan Reynolds came out from a warm and steamy shower and dropped a towel on the floor. He asked me out on a date immediately, and I was blushing the entire time. He brought out a comically large pot full of lobster. He was still naked, and I opened it up. He talked to me about my research project grade, and I told him that I failed and will have to go to TAFE. Ryan only likes smart chicks, so he took a gun out from the pot and shot me 42 times in the chest. Looks like I'll never be a professional hairdresser. Instead of doing my research project, I stayed at home and failed all my subjects. I thought that weed was healthy, but now I suffer from lung cancer. I was really hoping to be able to eat the immaculate lobsters here. However, I can't actually consume any foods due to my lung problem. Also, my name is Harry. Oh my god, oh god. How long have I been recording for? 8 minutes? No, that's not nearly long enough. Method how to boil lobster. After spending 6 years with SACE, I can finally say that I quite enjoyed my time. However, I can't ignore the huge problems with SACE education. It seems that SACE have removed all documentation of the lobster incident from 2018 from the internet, which tragically killed 13 students and injured dozens more. I also heard rumors of SACE conducting black magic rituals in the Ham House to summon an ancient god forgotten by our time. Personally, I don't think this sounds very awesome, even though they should be in prison. SACE does serve some pretty good crayfish. Wouldn't recommend the lobster though. I'm presently birthing Ryan Reynolds, lobster/human demon child. 7.5 out of 10. Lobster jumped out of the comically large pot and sliced the head off my friends. I would have had developed life PTSD if it weren't for Ryan Reynolds' calming muscular body helping me through the situation. After I settled down, Ryan Reynolds got back on top of the giant pot and began chanting, "They will boil for our sins." The lobster tasted of human neck and was not cooked correctly. Ali Fakhri's hair looks like a skateboard ramp, and his hairline has left him for the milk. Ali Fakhri's hairline surpasses his ancestry. Who the fuck is... Bruh. this guy? What the fuck? Think about this guy? I don't think they're talking about this guy. My first few hours in this establishment were great. I met Ryan Reynolds, my lifelong soulmate, and was served some lobsters. They were boiled in this comically large-sized pot in the middle of the room. I thought since the first serving of lobsters were great, that a second serving wouldn't be so bad. And boy was I wrong. Everyone began to surround the pot and hum as Ryan Reynolds infamously called out, "They shall boil for our sins." But something was off, I could tell. My suspicions were correct as the pot was at a lower temperature than the usual boiling point, and the lobsters escaped the pot and began attacking everyone. I managed to escape the meat grinder in the lobby, but when I got to the exit, the guards refused to let me leave. I asked why, and they said due to me not completing the mandatory research project, I would not be allowed to leave. I tried to escape past them, but they 360 no-scoped me in the knees, and I was left to the lobsters. 0 out of 10 will not experience again. Hashtag Daddy Ryan Reynolds. Upon entering this establishment, I was greeted by a lovely young lady who showed me to my table. I got front row seats to the large lobster boiling pot and arrived just in time to see Ryan Reynolds shout, the lobsters shall boil for our sins, and hum along to the crowd. When I received my lobster, it looked immaculate. Just as I was about to dig into this lovely lobster, I bit my head clean off. I now have to roll around as a head, not Pog. 2 out of 10 would go again for Ryan Reynolds. Hashtag Daddy Ryan. A representative from the Safe Board has stalked me and found my house and threatened my family because I was overheard talking about not submitting my research project on time. I eventually ended up submitting. It was drafted in front of me while I was being held at gunpoint. Every grammatical error they found in my work, they would tear a limb off from me, starting with my nails to my fingers to my toes, my ears, and now I am just a torso with half of my left arm left. They murdered my family and I'm living on the streets with nothing but a pair of underpants full of skid marks, torn shorts, and a 2007 Adelaide Crows jersey. Got a 99 ATAR though because RP didn't go towards my final grade. I can now successfully have crushing debt and study a degree that won't serve me any purpose in life. Lobster was undercooked and Ryan Reynolds did not make a special appearance. Would definitely not recommend.